This is the best moments of the Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Welcome to another edition of the best moments of the Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less. I am your host, John Solberg, and this edition is being brought to you by The Butcher Shop. The Butcher Shop is home of the A9 Master Kobe briskets, where they are always handpicked for you. This father and son team has operated this retail meat market in Pensacola, Florida for the past 15 years. Kevin and Jordan ship nationwide to the biggest names in barbecue. The A9 brisket won both sides of the American Royal Cook-Off. That happened in 2019. They also ship some of the finest prime, dry-aged Australian Wagyu and Japanese Wagyu steaks to people just like you and me who aspire to be the kings of their backyards. The Butcher Shop always has Berkshire, Compart Duroc, Allegiance Duroc, and Prairie Fresh all-natural pork in stock, and again, always handpicked for you. Now, are you into wild game items such as bison, venison, elk, ostrich? How about some camel? Have you been searching for those 10 to 12 pound boneless turkey breasts featured on How to Barbecue Right? The Butcher Shop has them in stock and they are ready to ship to you today. So whether you're looking for the best competition briskets, ribs, or pork butts, or you just want to have a better option to cook in the backyard, give the Butcher Shop a call today. 850-458-8782. That's 850-458-8782. You can also reach them on their Facebook page, facebook.com/The Butcher Shop. Shop is spelled S-H-O-P-P-E. Here's what's going on today from May the 24th, 2011. Greg's going to talk to John Marcus, award-winning TV producer. Maybe there's some tips in here on how you can become a better creator. Stick with it. It may be a bit of a departure, but there's some knowledge in here for those YouTube creators out there. See if you can find it.
Can I go back to Best in Smoke for 1 second, Greg?
Please, by all means.
It looks like they're out on the plains of some God-forbidden area in the United States. That don't look like, just because New York's in the background, they got these people out there. There's no set. There's just their smokers. I mean, I don't know where the money went on that production. It must have went into the hotel suites that the production guys stayed in. I didn't see what happened to our poor cooks. They were treated like crap, it looks like.
And yet there was like stand-up refrigerators out in the middle of nowhere.
What the hell was that?
That is so
It was
weird.
like, let's take people and stick them out. I mean, I'm surprised that they, didn't try to orchestrate lightning that could kill somebody on the show.
Right.
Let's kill someone with lightning and shoot that. You can tell I'm angry. I'm just angry at what they did to barbecue. And I'm angry that I took such a hard time for what I did.
Of course. We're talking with John Marcus, by the way, and Ultimate Barbecue Showdown will air 2 p.m. this coming Saturday on CBS. John, let me ask you the question that I'm sure some others probably don't have the testicular fortitude to ask.
Bring it.
And that's this. John, there's fans of barbecue out there. They've seen more than one of the people that are in your cast, a lot more than once when these shows air. There are other cooks that have won a lot more, at least currently, than some of the guys that you have on there. So give us the insight here, John. When you're putting together the deal with CBS, and obviously you said they kind of gave you free reign of cast, why do you choose to go back to people that you have had? Is it just a matter of comfort and you know they're going to be able to bring it for the first show, or what? Where's the mindset with that?
Well, that's a very fair question. And as you can imagine, Greg, when I'm out on the circuit or at events that I like to go to, I get this question constantly. I had a wonderful experience at being at the barbecue convention in Greenville, South Carolina, and I was given the opportunity to have a seminar where they brought in groups of 9 or 10 people every 30 minutes, and they sat around and they got to ask questions about being on television. And at every group that was brought in, I started to talk, but they stopped me. One person will put their hand up and say, I have a question to start with. And I say, go ahead. And they always say, why the hell didn't you put me on the show?
I would never ask that question.
Well, some people do that. And I listen, the fact that people win and are very good at what they do is a wonderful thing. And I wish I could recognize all champions. And by the way, we did have a giant in the world of barbecue. We did have one of the finest pitmasters out there turn us down for TLC.
Wow.
And that would have been a new face and someone that everyone in the world acknowledges to be one of the best.
Sure.
So they turned us down based on the contract. It was their right. And maybe they made a good decision because of what happened with that second TLC show. Who knows? But so to those people who tell me that, I will say right back to you, give me a great audition tape. That's the least you can do for me. I know you cook well. I know you're a champion, but show me that you need to be on my show. It's fair. This is not a democracy. This has got to be where we put the people that are best on. Now, were there repeats on the show? Of course, I had to dip right into my cast, back into my normal cast of characters. And the reason for that, Greg, is that we had 21 days from the day we got a green light to get this show done.
Wow.
And I had no choice. We actually went to a couple of people first that were clearly still under the TLC contract. We didn't want to get in trouble again. So we had contractual issues with TLC. People that got in the finals on a TLC show were still under contract. We didn't want to rock the boat.
Right.
So what you saw on my show were the best of the best that were my go-to people that I had no other time to audition other people. If I get another one, and I'm hoping people watching the numbers that we will get a show that gets shot for our Labor Day weekend, I promise to reach out there if you guys come back to me with something that tells me, put me on your show and that I agree with you.
All right, 2 follow-up questions. One, so is this kind of what we're going to see Saturday, is this kind of like a pilot where there have been some type of benchmarks or metrics that CBS has set forward to you saying you have to hit these in order to get some type of reorder?
Well, let's put it this way. It's called show business, Greg.
Right.
and it is a business. And if we tank, why would CBS want to spend, a few $100,000 doing another one? I'm with them. Let us prove our mettle. Let's show people that we deserve to be on. And I'm going to the barbecue community and think about whatever I do the way you do. I'm saying what you're going to see on Saturday is the most authentic, honorable representation of barbecue I think you will have ever seen on TV. And you're going to see it on network TV. This is going to be the most people who have ever watched a barbecue contest on television.
The second follow-up question, as you posed one back to me, show me why you need to be on your show. What makes for a good audition tape? I'm not obviously asking you to spell out what people should be doing like you do in cooking classes, but as you're watching audition tapes, what stands out to you?
It's a good question, and I don't want to give advice that's going to make people all do the same thing. So that's what my pause is. Usually I can rush in with an answer to anything, and I took a pause there for a second. So what I want to say to those who want to be on the show, what seems to work for me is somebody who is themselves. Like they're not out there trying to be a used car salesman. Mm-hmm. I mean, there are a couple of people that are really good at like that kind of talk, and I'm not going to name names, but I put them on TV because they're hilarious and they're good at it. But find out, talk to your wife or your girlfriend or your husband and find out, what are the qualities you like about me? And if the person says nothing, then find another girlfriend.
Right.
But what makes you you? What is and how does it manifest itself in your approach to cooking? Why is it that somebody in America would look up at their TV set and say, you know what, I'm going to watch this person for a little bit longer. Show your joy, show your skill, show your presence. Give us a reason that if we were walking along a county fair, that what wares you had in your booth, we'd stop and look at.
And that's a taste from May the 24th, 2011. John Marcus can help you become a better YouTube creator. He is one of the greatest producers of content of all time. Head on over to thebbqcentralshow.com. Listen to this complete John Marcus episode. Get some tips and tricks. Try to apply them. I'm also convinced that The Butcher Shop is home of the A9 Master Kobe briskets, always handpicked for you. Head on over to facebook.com/The Butcher Shop, shop spelled SHOPPE. Save 10% off your entire order of amazing meat products from The Butcher Shop by telling them the Barbecue Central Show sent you. Thank you so much. Until next time on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less, I'm your host, John Solberg. I look forward to talking to you again soon.